I'm going to talk about my recently patented molasses-based biofertilizer technology. So just a brief about what biofertilizers are. They are biological products which contain high population.
If you don't mind, I think all of us we know what biofertilizers are.
Okay.
If you can go next slide, please.
So I worked on this biofertilizer, which is PAU's consortium biofertilizer, one of our stellar recommendations. It has three bacterial strains in it: Azotobacter, Bacillus, and Pseudomonas. And this is recommended for use in 6 crops. So definition of the problem, just to keep it brief. Currently, the few biofertilizer industries in the market, they use microbiological media for preparing the the biomass of the beneficial bacterial strains, which adds to the cost of the production. Because the cost is high, so this cost is eventually borne by the farmers. And biofertilizers prepared by private units, they're available for price as high as 300 to 500 for use per acre of the land. So this is just an example of this biofertilizer. If it were to be produced using semi-synthetic media, which is recommended for their growth, average cost of production would be over 100 per liter. So I worked on cost-effective production. We have a biofertilizer unit and a production unit in our department, and we are in the process of scaling up. So when scaling up, cost would have become a big factor. So I use molasses, which are byproducts of the sugarcane industry, to grow the bacteria. Because molasses by itself is not a good media, it was supplemented by certain chemicals which boost the growth to produce this product. It was recently granted a patent in March of this year. And this liquid biofertilizer has an advantage of ease of storage and transportation as well, and reduces the cost of production. That's the USP. So brief procedure, checking the amount of total soluble solids in molasses because they vary batch to batch depending on the variety of the sugarcane, the method of extraction, the efficiency of the method, supplementing it with certain chemicals, and wet heat sterilization at a lower PSI for short time period to prevent charring of the sugar, aseptic inoculation and incubation. So the market potential of biofertilizers is immense. It is a largely disorganized market with no written or documented inventory of biofertilizer producing units in India. And this can easily be, this is a very lucrative field for startups and small scale industry. The scale of feasibility will depend upon the scale of production of the interested units, and all of the farming community would require biofertilizers eventually because of the government initiative, the government policy of reducing subsidy on chemical fertilizers because of the immense pollution that they cause. So in addition, it is being pushed by the government, state government and the central government, and there are certain schemes which provide assistance on setting up of a biofertilizer units. Punjab Agriculture University will lend the biofertilizer cultures and also provide technical assistance for setting up of the institute of the unit. Like I said, the market potential is immense. It is open for capturing, and it can the units. The cost of setting up a unit would depend upon the scale of production, right? And it can be self-financed or there can be other investors in addition to the government policies. The equipment used in a biofertilizer production unit is very fundamental equipment which is used in a microbiology lab, and all of them are available indigenously Indian made, and the manpower would depend again on the scale of production. So expectation from the industry would be signing of a memorandum of agreement as per university norms, and carrying out joint research on troubleshooting any problem that is encountered in the production to produce a good quality product which is compliant to fertilizer control order specifications of government of India, and technical assistance and pure cultures would be provided.